All right, next up, we're going to see about doing a 3x3 matrix. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the other one. We're still going to use diagonals. So we have a diagonal here. We'll multiply those together. We have a diagonal here. Unfortunately, on this diagonal, we are missing a number. There's supposed to be a number here, and it's not there. That kind of stuff. And then we've got another diagonal here. And this one's missing two numbers. So that's kind of an issue. So in order to move forward, there's one tip, one little trick that you have to do for a 3x3 determinant that's a little different than a 2x2, but it's still easy. We're going to repeat these first two rows. So I'm going to start by just putting a 4, a -3, and a 2. And then I'm going to repeat this one, -2, 10, and 6. You do not have to repeat the third row because we don't need those numbers. The diagonals aren't going to reach that far. All right. So once I have those rewritten like that, I'm going to go ahead. So you guys would write that on your paper. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my highlighter. All right. So now that I have my highlighter, let's see, did I lose it? I lost it already. Oh, never mind. It took a minute. We're just going to give it the miss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this number 4, 10, and -1. And I'm going to multiply those two together. I am traveling from left to right. So we have a 4 times 10 times -1. All right, now I'm going to grab the next group of numbers, -2, 1, and a +2. I'm going to multiply those together and add them. So once again, I'm going from left to right. So this is positive -2 times 1 times 2. Then I'm going to grab this last row, which is going to be really easy because it's got a nice big fat 0 in it. 0 times -3 times 6. So I'm going to add that. 0 times -3 times 6. All right, great. Now that I have all those numbers in order, I'm going to start in this corner over here and work backwards. And I'm going to grab these. Now, because I'm going from right to left, I'm going to subtract a -2 times -3 times -1. I'm going to take the 4 times 1 times 6, right? I'm going to grab those. And again, because I'm going backwards, I'm going to subtract 4 times 1 times 6. And then I'm going to grab the last row, which will be easy because it's got a 0 in it. But I'm grabbing 0, 10, and 2. And I'm going to subtract 0 times 10 times 2. All right. I'm going to see if I can't get the highlighter up and running just so I can show this. The highlighter helps me out, but I've had it break on me twice, and I even paused this video to try and get it to work. Let's see. I'm going to have to pause it again. All right. Got my highlighter up and running. So I'm going to grab the 4, the 10, and the -1. Right. I'm going to multiply those. As I said earlier, I just lost my highlighter. I'm going to redo this whole video. Unbelievable. I'll muscle through for just a second. I have all this math down. So we're going to do 4 times 10 times -1 gives us a -40. We're going to do -2 times 1 times 2 is a -4. We're going to do 0 times all that fun, which is a 0. We're going to do a -2, which is positive. +2 times a -3 is a -6 times a -1 is a +6. -4 times 1 times 6 is a -24. And -0 times anything is going to be a -0. And we'll just combine those. -44 plus 6 minus 24. This is going to be -44 minus 18, which gives us a -50/62. And that's, I wrote 64. -62. And that would be the answer. And I'm going to stop this video here because I screwed up a bunch of times with the highlighter, and you can use this video all you want, but I'm going to redo it. So go